Hi everybody, I'm Jane, one of the Pure Nails ambassadors. Welcome to another YouTube video. On this one, I'm going to show you how to do these little cute leaves ready for autumn. These leaves are just made out of PoliBuild, so I'm going to show you how to do those. So with the actual nail, I've gone for obviously a rubber base coat or your base coat, 2 coats of Harmony, and I've top coated it, no white top coat as well. So that's what's on the bottom. So the leaves, I'm going to show you how to do this and attach them onto the nail just like I've done with these two. So let's crack on. So for your leaf, you're going to need, I've just got a little piece of foam backing paper. Use the shiny side. So you just need a little piece of that. A little bit of clear, your little tool, your dual-ended tool, and we're going to need some PoliBuild liquid control. Right, let's crack on with this little leaf. I'm just going to get a little bit of a liquid control in there. You don't need much because we're hardly going to need any PoliBuild for this. So let's get our, so with the spatula end, just going to get out a bit, tiny bit. So pop a bit of your liquid control onto the spatula and just makes it getting out of the tube easier. So we're going to pop a little bit of Easy Build in this PoliBuild, sorry, in this corner. I'll show you why in a second. So you're literally not going to need much. I mean, you could do bigger if you wanted bigger leaves, if you've got a longer nail, or even less. So we're just going to blob it straight onto there. There we go. And just get rid of the little tube there. So with the brush end, you're going to go in again. Just drain off a lot of that liquid though, because you're not going to need much. I'm just going to squish it down. So you want it quite thin. Okay, so we're just going to squish it down. And we're just going to create our little leaf shape. So if you start off with the bottom quite rounded, yeah, so with this top bit, we're going to just stretch that up a little bit more, and that's going to be into the leaf shape. So I'm going to leave the bottom part as it is. I'm going to go in with my spatula end and just try and make another leaf shape. So you can cut straight into the PoliBuild, and I've just cut out a little bit there. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to do the same on the other side. So we want that middle bit, but we're just trying to do the leaf shape, and then we're going to cut in at the bottom as well. And at the bottom of this side. Okay, so we've got kind of a leaf shape. It looks more like a flame at the minute, but we're going to flatten out. The beauty about this is you've got bags of time to get it exactly how you want it. Also, with it being a leaf, it doesn't have to be perfect because no leaves are perfect. So smooth it down when you cut out with the spatula, because we don't want, if you don't, you're going to get a bit of a lip, which we don't want. We want it to be nice and flat and smooth. Okay. So tidy out any bits you don't like, but keep patting it down so it's nice and flat. So titty bit, this a bit wider. Like I say, you can use a lot less if you want to. and make it smaller. Right, I think I'm happy with that. Okay. You can see it. It's quite difficult to show you, but general leaf shape. It'll all come together when you start to paint them anyway. So with this now, with this uncured, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it, and as I put it into the UV light, I'm going to just pinch the foam and hold it in place while I start to cure it, just to get a bit of shape, yeah? So you get a bit of shape to the leaves will come up on the side, so they look more like sort of autumn leaves. So we're just going to pinch that corner there and pop him in and cure him. So we're going to cure it, I'm just going to hold it for now, so I'm going to give that 60 seconds. Right, so that's all cured and you can see it's stayed where you've put the shape. I'm just going to get more so you can see a bit better. I've just literally got some little tweezers, so just pick it off. Let me get the right hand for you. And you just grab it at the littlest bit there, so you can see how that's come out. It's come out with a bit of care, like a leaf would. Right, get rid of your foam paper now. So I'm just going to set that down a second. So now we're going to paint him. So for the leaves, you're going to need a little palette and just a really fine detailed brush for this one. And I'm going to use Honesty from the new Festival Light collection, and Courage, that's from the new collection as well. And we just need a little bit of black. So I'm going to pop out onto our palette a little bit of Courage, you're not going to need much, and a little bit of black. So I'll pop that out as well. Again, you don't need much black. So I'm just going to pick up our leaf. It is a lot easier using a little pair of tweezers, because you're going to want to need to hold it in your lamp while it cures. So I'm going to literally go on and paint the whole leaf, both sides, with Honesty. So just make sure you've got a good hold on it. And just paint him all. It's beginning to look more like a leaf already. Okay, I'm going to paint the underside as well, because mine are slightly raised off the nail. The two I've already done. So if you can see a little bit, I want it all covered. So literally you're only going to need one coat of this because it's really pigmented. I'm going to cure that for 30 seconds. Right, so that coat's all cured. Like I said, you're only going to need one coat of this. Look how it's covered fantastic. Both sides. Then we're going to go in with our detailer brush and we're going to get some Courage, and we're just going to go in the middle, just really lightly, just give it a little bit in the middle there, just so like an autumn leaf effect in there. You can go with the strokes to make it look, start off with the veins, if that makes sense. You don't have to be perfect with this. It really doesn't need to be perfect. So we're going to leave it like that. Okay, now I'm going to cure that again, 30 seconds. Right, so that's all cured. Now we're going to give it a little bit more detail with the black. So with your detailer brush again, we're going to just pop on some of the veins onto the leaf. So it's quite hard to do, but again, it doesn't have to be perfect. So starting thicker at the end and then working your way up, and then just popping your leaves in your veins, sorry. Just working up into that courage, into that gold there. Just gives it a bit more definition. You don't need much black either. Don't want to be too thick. The great thing about using gel polish is if you don't like it, you can wipe it off. So try and cross some over as well, just so it looks a bit more leaf-like. I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you can see that. And I'm going to pop that into cure another 30 seconds. Right, that's all cured. I'm just going to top coat them now. I'm going to top coat both sides. Purely because for my design, how I've done it on the nail, it's raised up slightly, so if you can see behind, I want it to look nice and shiny. And obviously this is no white, so we don't want any tackiness on it. So again, I'm going to go ahead and cure that for 30 seconds. Right, that's our little leaf done. I'm just going to set it, take it off. Right, I'm going to pop them on the nail now. So for this I use a bit of acrylic. So grab our nail. I'm literally just going to use a tiny bit of clear, a little bit of monomer, and I'll brush. So you're still going to need your tweezers. You don't have to use tweezers, I just prefer, it gives it a bit more, you know, a bit more control over holding it. So you're literally not going to need much monomer on your brush for this. And then grab a small bob, like that, wherever you want it. So I'm going to put one here, and just set it there. And grab your leaf, top end, because you're going to sit it straight into that acrylic. Now I'm going to keep it there until it sets a little bit more. You'll be able to feel it setting. So if you want it totally flat, you could just pop them on totally flat and just leave it. And that's starting to go now, look. It's not quite set, so if you want it higher, you want to adjust it slightly, you've got time. There we go. So that will set fully. It doesn't take long because there's not much. There's your little leaf designs out of PoliBuild. You could even do, I guess, just some little round pieces of PoliBuild just in between, like little conkers or berries or something. There's loads you can do with PoliBuild. It's so versatile. Have a go. Tag me or the girls. We'd love to see what you come up with. There we go. Little PoliBuild leaves. Thank you.